The war between Russia and Ukraine is still going on. Entering the 530th day, the war is getting more massive. The two countries exchanged attacks. Ukraine continues to attack Russian territory with drones, while the Kremlin retaliates against Kyiv with a barrage of missiles. Ukraine attacked one of Russia's biggest oil tankers over the weekend. The Russian-flagged ship SIG was hit by a drone carrying 450 kilograms, 992 pounds of TNT just before midnight. The attack was said to have punched a hole in the ship's engine room on the starboard side. This forced the 11 crew members to struggle to overcome the leak. Russia's Federal Agency for Maritime and River Transport claimed no casualties. The Kremlin also said that SIG's position was not carrying oil when the drones attacked. Ukrainian officials, however, said several crew members were injured. Kyiv denied the Russian statement, saying the tanker was carrying fuel for the Russian military. The attack on SIG came just hours after Ukrainian naval drones targeted a major naval base in Novorossiysk, a coastal city on the Black Sea that is home to Russia's largest port by volume of cargo handled. A Russian amphibious landing craft was hit, and it tilted and sat very low in the water. Meanwhile, explosions also hit Russian-occupied Ukraine, shortly after a drone strike on a Russian oil tanker. The bridge linking Crimea with the Russian-controlled part of the Kherson region was attacked by drones. The Russian-appointed acting head of the Kherson region, Vladimir Saldo, said the missiles that hit the two bridges were of the Storm Shadows type. This is a long-range air-launched missile supplied to Ukraine by the UK. On the other hand, Sunday, Moscow's Vnukovo International Airport again restricted flights. Drone attacks targeting the capital city are the cause. The TSS news agency said the flight restrictions started at 10:26 a.m. in the capital. Authorities said something happened beyond the control of the airport. Mayor of Moscow Sergei Sobyanin also confirmed this. Separately, he said a drone attempted to break through Moscow's air defenses around 11 o'clock a.m. However, the Russian Ministry of Defense later said the drone strike had been thwarted at 11:27 a.m. local time. Drone attacks in Moscow and within Russia have become increasingly common in recent weeks. Russia itself retaliates against Ukraine Sunday. President Vladimir Putin's forces reportedly launched a multi-wave overnight attack on Ukraine. Unmitigated, 70 air assault guns hit several areas of Kyiv, including cruise and hypersonic missiles and drones made in Iran. The Ukrainian Air Force said at least 10 missiles appeared to penetrate the air defenses. However, 30 of Shad's 40 cruise missiles and 27 drones were destroyed. In total, in several waves of attacks, from the evening of August 5 to the morning of August 6, 2023, using 70 airborne assault weapons, said the Ukrainian Air Force. One of the targets of the attack was a Ukrainian blood bank in the eastern city of Kupiansk. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky described the attack on the Kupiansk region of Kharkiv as a war crime. Some were killed and injured, he said. However, hours after Zelensky's statement appeared, the Russian governor of Donetsk said a university building in the area caught fire due to the shelling of Ukrainian troops with cluster bombs. However, several media outlets, including Al Jazeera, have not been able to confirm the Russian officials' claims. Meanwhile, a number of countries and organizations attended the Ukraine Peace Summit in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. There were 30 countries present, including China, Chile, Egypt, the European Union, Mexico, Poland, and Indonesia. The countries present agreed to work together to achieve lasting peace in the region. However, Russia was not included in the invitation. The participants agreed on the importance of continuing international consultations and exchanging views to build common ground that will pave the way for peace, said a local Saudi media report. They also stressed the importance of capitalizing on the positive views and suggestions made during this meeting, he added. The head of the Ukrainian presidential office also gave a statement about the meeting. The conversation was productive and very honest and open. Meanwhile, the deputy foreign minister of Russia refused to meet. He branded it destined to prevent any meaningful development. The meeting was seen as a vehicle for drafting a future framework. It is also seen as a place to gain support for the Kyiv peace proposal from outside core Western backers such as the US and UK. The Jeddah meeting was the second peace meeting held. Previously, these countries also held a similar meeting in Copenhagen, Denmark in June. Wagner is no longer operating in Ukraine. However, the mercenary from Russia is now asked to go directly to Nigeria. Nigeria is a country in Africa, which was shaken by a coup last week. One of the coup leaders has reported seeking defense assistance from Wagner. General Salif Amoudi is said to have made the request during a visit to Mali. There he also met with representatives of the mercenaries led by Yevgeny Prigozhin. They need Wagner because they will be their guarantee to hold power, said French journalist Wassim Nasser, a senior researcher at the Soufan Center. Prigozhin himself called the Nigerian coup a justified popular uprising against Western exploitation. After the coup, support for Russia increased as the government of President Mohamed Bazoum, who was called pro-Western, was overthrown. Bazoum is currently under house arrest. The Economic Community of West African States (ECOWAS) threatened to send troops to Nigeria if the coup leaders did not restore it to its former positions.